everyone can sit. Anika, can you all sit? Okay, good evening everyone and welcome to our workshop, Mobile Phones Made Easy. I want to start by thanking Mahendra Bhai, without whose determination and perseverance this would never have happened, I promise you. You know, the first time we discussed this in the IT subcommittee, we were wondering who to hire and how to get this done. And my dear friend Shamal here, he suggested, why don't we do it ourselves? And get all the youngsters of the club to come and volunteer. And that's how we're taking a shot at this today. And I have to warn you that we're teaching for the first time, so please, please bear with us. Absolutely. We'll see today, right? And when he suggested this, we all loved the idea. And our newest and most enthusiastic member, Nihal, jumped in. And he's worked hard with the two of us in making today what it's going to be. And can I hand over to Mahendra Bhai before we start?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Those of you who may not know me, Mahendra Shah, as he said, I belong to Seniors Committee. It all started with an ideation, us and IT committee together. But we as seniors were quick enough to let go any work-related matter. And here were IT guys who were so keen to get into the work. I want you guys to know that the work that they have done is so humongous. They have met several times because they had to decide, A, the content. Content can be too big, too small, too clumsy, too easy. They had to relate to us. Then they had to think about pedagogy. Those of you who are in teaching profession know a lot about pedagogy. Now, pedagogy is one area where I don't know what they did, but they had to struggle and struggle. Is this too much? Should we say like this? Should we say like this? Will this relate to them? This will not relate to them. Then they had to have willing faculty. And our own members, 3 of them, they have pulled time together and created this wonderful workshop today. Now, this was not all. Then they surprised me as I was checking with them that, well, is everything all right? They said, well, we are inducting 10 to 12 young people from our club who are members or children of members who can float around to hold hand of seniors. Seniors, give a clap. Give a clap. I mean, to both of them, for idea and for the youngsters, wherever they are, thank you very much. I mean, this took me by total surprise, happily though. So anyways, they also said that, look, we are struggling because we are not professional teachers. So we are going to do this for you, and there'll be learnings, and there'll be learnings for us and learnings for them. So depending on this one session, I want to make this very clear. There'll be learnings on both sides, and then we will decide and they will decide, do they want to rid of us or do they want to give us another shot? For us to decide, are they too highfalutin or too basic, and we rather go outside. Now, if we go outside, there is only one tip I'll give you, and that it costs money. And 90% of my senior friends don't want to give money. They say, something free, something free. So that won't happen, but that's an option. So these are the options, and they also need to decide, should they repeat, not today's. Today's is very, very basic. But let's the next one. Should they repeat it, or should they then go on for 3-4 times and then come back? So there are lots of ifs and buts. I'm very confused. They are not, but they will have to help us do this. So ladies and gentlemen, let's go on. This is even a thank you and everything together. So thank you very much. Anand. Oh, of course. Oh, three top guys. Anand, who is in chair of IT, he is taking time out. Shyamal is taking time out. He's also IT committee. and of course Nihal, he's also IT committee. So they have work on their hands and they are still doing it. So thank you very much, folks, and all the best.
Thank you, Mahendra Bhai. Information technology. I'm so sorry we didn't mention that. So I think we should start with each feature that's listed on our invite document, and we'll show and then we'll show it on Android, and then each person I request if you can try the same. Our volunteers are going to be very helpful, and they're going to try, look around, and if anyone is struggling, they'll help you get to doing it. With a few basic settings that we all struggle with on a daily basis. Let's start with how do we modify the brightness on our phones. So Shamal is going to show you how to do it on an iPhone. Anyone with an iPhone on this side? If you can't see, we'll try and move the screen a little bit. Okay, all good? So we'll show you, I think, in two ways, from the control center and from settings. So let's start by looking for the settings icon on our phone. Yeah? The gray icon with the cogwheel in it. So we click on settings, we go down to display and brightness. Yeah? Once we've clicked on display and brightness, we scroll down, there's a slider. If you notice, it says brightness and there's a slider which moves right and left. And that's going to help you alter your brightness on the phone. Now, see, most phones today have something called adjustive brightness. So to true tone, which means that when you go out into the bright sun, it automatically alters it so that you can see better. But no, so you still have to choose what brightness you prefer. Then it will adjust it according to getting you there for true tone. Okay, volunteers, you can help each person at your table to achieve this, and we'll move over to Android. Nihal? Yeah, through the settings. So
if you pull down, you see this cogwheel. That cogwheel is your settings mesh.
so you have to slide your finger from the top of the screen down. I mean, there's nothing there, just anywhere on the top.
So if you pull down from the top of the screen, I'll help you.
Is there a settings generally?
So then you go to yeah. So there'll be a setting that says display. Like this. There'll be a setting that says display, and once you get to display, you should have both those same settings, either to turn on and off adaptive brightness, and then you'll see the slider for you to actually be able to move your brightness around.
So what they call true tone on an iPhone, it's called adaptive brightness on an Android phone. Okay, so once everyone has been able to do this, we'll wait, we'll give you time. Let everyone try this once before we go to the next option.
Does the battery get used more? So where should one keep it?
Whatever is comfortable to see.
To the eye.
Yeah, to the eyes. I had one question asked, is that if the brightness is higher, does it consume more battery? Yes, it does, because there's obviously more power used in brightening your phone. But I mean, I think you should see whatever is comfortable to the eye and leave the brightness to that rather than try to consume battery. screen and you just pull down, you will see. I'll just call. Do you know how to do it? Okay, his phone is different. I don't know how to do it on his phone. Volunteers, give me a thumbs up when your entire table has been able to figure this out. Got it? Way of doing it through the control center or just the upstairs menu. Okay, we'll look at iPhone first. Okay, and it's much faster to do it through the control center, but we just wanted to show you how to do it through settings because sometimes the control center doesn't work on, all phones don't have that. So on an iPhone, from the top right side of your screen, just scroll down and you'll see you'll see the brightness slider right there. Okay, anyone who's using an iPhone with a home button, for them you have to slide from the bottom up. Yeah, so for you, you'll have to slide from the bottom up. From top right. No, from the, see you have this in between, right? Sorry, you have, so this is from the right and you see. So you slide your finger from the top right corner of the screen down and you'll see the brightness slider right there. Now let's do it on the Android. On an Android phone, anywhere from the top of the screen you slide it down and you'll see a brightness slider right there. Volunteers, please help your tables in doing it. Volunteers, give me a thumbs up when your tables have been able to do it. Excellent. Should we move on? Yeah, ask them. Should we move on? I think most people have said yes, except for some who's just walking in. So we can't wait for them. I think they're working on things. Okay, I think, yeah. Okay, let's move to the next feature, which is the flashlight. Now, the flashlight, we have to use the control center again, where the same part that we've used for brightness. So, on an iPhone, from the top right, you slide your finger down, and you see a torch icon. When you click on that, you'll see the flashlight come on at the back. Okay, and with Android is the same. You just have to slide your finger from the top, anywhere on the top of your screen, and you'll see a torch looking icon. It's right on top, and when you click on that, the flashlight comes on. Yeah? When you click on that button on either Android or iPhone, the flashlight comes on. When you click on it again, the flashlight will go off. Yeah? Sorry? The next feature that we are going to talk about is downloading an app. That's a little trickier than what we've done so far. So we were just talking, let's circle back to that at the end of the session, that and camera magnifying glass, because they're connected to each other. So we'll circle back to that one. Let's go to auto locking. Now, auto lock is basically when you have your phone lying on a table and you've forgotten to shut the screen. If you want that to happen automatically, then there's an auto lock screen feature. Let's start with the iPhone. You click on settings. Yeah, okay. So you click on settings again, the gray cogwheel. You go down to display and display settings, display and brightness. Then you go down, there is a button called auto lock. When you click on auto lock, it will give you options. Do you want it to lock in 30 seconds of no activity, minute, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and it'll say never. I recommend that you don't leave it on never. You'll have it. I'll show you how to do it. I recommend not leaving it on never, because sometimes if your phone is lying somewhere, your battery will get drained out with the screen being on. So choose one of the options that is most convenient to you. I would recommend 1-2 minutes. What? That's fine too. Yeah.
It's also a security concern.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, because what happens is
Okay. Let's start for the Android also. 1 minute. He's just connecting his phone. Do we accept it here or there? Just go to the home screen. Okay, on the Android phone as well, we have to click on settings. We've already done this for brightness and flashlight. When you click on settings, you go down to home screen and lock. No. No, I think it's at display and brightness. Yeah. No. Just search, na? Screen lock or lock. Sorry, 1 minute. We're just figuring this out.
I just did this before.
It's fine.
Settings, display screen time.
Maybe not on display and brightness.
Increase the lockout time. Settings. Screen or display.
Next is to increase size of font and to make fonts bolder so that you can read better. With regard to the iPhone, I'll just show you. You go to settings. This is how the settings menu looks. You go down to display and brightness, and then there is text size. When you increase the text size, everything on your phone which is native to the phone will become bigger in text size. The icons will also become bigger. You'll be able to read better. But if you make it too big, it may not. It may look a little distorted on the phone. So just keep it optimal. Okay, and when you go back to the setting before this, there's also something called bold text. that makes all the text on your phone bold. Yeah, just below text size. Okay, with Android, when you go to settings and you go to display and brightness, you'll see font. Font is going to tell you the size of the font that you want for all the different parts of modules in your phone. And they also have a font weight, which is basically to make it bolder than it is right now. Volunteers, please help them increase font size and making it bold. No, if you have to click with 2 fingers and then again 2 fingers to go back to regular size, otherwise you will not be able to go to something. Don't do that. Just do font size and style. That increases.
And give only one.
Yeah.
You give alternatives, nobody can.
Yeah. That's what we sat and we've gone through everything
Yeah,
that we could
it's
teach,
simple.
and then we tried to keep it to what is basic today.
Correct.
You had said about this from setting also you can do display this brightness and from your
Control center
control
also.
center from top. You just should from the control center because people get
Yeah. I know. Now we're going to go to wallpaper, your favorite. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, the next one is a little more fun. It's changing your wallpaper on your screen. There are two different options. We can start with Android. In Android, there is only one wallpaper that you can change. And you have to go to settings again and go to wallpaper and style. When you go to wallpaper and style, you can choose from the various wallpapers that the phone has by default, or you can choose a picture or a photograph from your albums, right? A picture from your albums. And once you've chosen it, you can zoom in, zoom out if you want to modify it a little bit, and then eventually click on apply, and that will become the wallpaper for your lock screen, your home screen, or both screens. Now, lock screen is the screen when you lock your home page and when you go back. The home screen is when you're actually using your phone, once the phone is unlocked. And you can choose the same one for both, or you can choose different ones for lock and for home screen. Yeah. Okay. iPhone users, we're going to talk about wallpapers now. You can click on settings again, go to wallpapers. When you go to wallpaper, you too have the option of doing both the lock screen or the home screen. So you can choose from the default, or you can choose an actual. You can either choose from the default wallpapers that the iPhone has, or you can actually choose one of the photographs that you've taken and are already in your photo albums. No. Okay, we'll try with the next feature, we'll try to do iOS and Android together so that we can move a little faster. What we're going to do is basically adding a new contact, and what is the information you can add into a contact, because it's going to help you with reminders for birthdays and things like that as well. So let's start with going into your dialer, because that's common in both, right? Going to contacts in the within the dialer. Is that right? Okay. Then we can click on the plus button to add a brand new contact. I advise everyone look at the screen first and then try doing it once we've explained it. Dialer, the call button, the green telephone button.
Just add the number in first and then take the number in and then you have to
Okay, sorry. So it's a little different for Android and iPhone. So let's start with iPhone. You first click on the green dialer button, the call button at the usually on the bottom left. Then you go to contacts, which is on the dock at the bottom. You click on the plus sign on the top right side of the screen, the plus button. And that's when you can fill in first name, middle name, last name, the company they work for. You can add as many numbers as you want for the person. You can also add a date of birth. You can add a wedding anniversary, address, email address, and so on and so forth. Shamal will show it to you on screen, and the volunteers will help you at the table. Niyal, we'll start here. So let's do the contacts app. So just start from the beginning.
They've all figured it out.
Okay, but you know when they record the video, they will do it later. Okay, with regard to Android, what we're going to do is there's an app called Contacts. On the Contacts app, there is a plus sign at the bottom right. You click on the plus sign, which will open up a new contact sheet. On this contact sheet, you fill in your first name, last name, company details, telephone numbers, date of birth, wedding anniversaries, addresses, email addresses, all the information that you want to fill for a particular contact. And this is going to be helpful when you've forgotten something about the person and you can go back into their contacts to get it. And we learn from this to make it a little more structured, I guess.
Maybe start asking what is your current level.
We'll start. Nia? Okay, I'm doing this. You finish that. Okay. The next two things we'll take on together, which is editing and deleting a contact. So any contact that you already have on your phone, if you want to change some details because you put it wrong, or if somebody's updated their phone numbers, residential addresses, etc., we'll edit those contacts. And certain contacts that you want to delete, we'll learn how to delete them. So you click on the same, for iPhone, you click on the same green dialer button, which is usually on the bottom right of your home screen, bottom left of your home screen. You can either scroll down to find the contact, or right on top, you can search for the contact that you want to edit, like Shamal is showing you. Once you enter that contact and you're seeing the contact card, click on edit on the top right. Once you've clicked on edit, you can modify details within that contact, or you can scroll all the way to the bottom and you can delete the contact by clicking on delete contact, right? Let's move over to Android. With Android also, you get onto the Contacts app. You can scroll down and search for the particular contact, or you can search for it by putting the name on top in the search bar. When you're in the contact, you click on the three dots on the top. Oh, you click on the pencil button, which is the edit button. You will be on an edit screen. You scroll down. Yeah. So once you're on the edit screen of the contact, you can actually scroll down and modify any of the details that are already filled in. You can add more details onto that contact, or you can even delete the contact from here by clicking on the top, the hamburger menu, or the three dots on the top right, that menu, and then clicking on delete. Yeah. Also, when you create a contact or edit a contact, you can add multiple phone numbers, like a mobile number, a work number, a residential number. You can add multiple numbers to that same contact instead of having different contacts for the same person for their various phone numbers. To the next thing, adding contacts to your favorites. Now, what this means is basically if there's some people that you call very often, your family, your close friends, your work, we put them in a favorites list so that it's easy to reach that contact to dial. But when you add to favorite, you have to choose which number of that particular contact you want to add to favorite so that it's easy to dial. Now let's start with the iPhone. You go back to the dialer, the green call button. On the bottom left, you'll see a star and favorites written there. Once you're on that favorites, on the top right, you see a plus sign. When you click on the plus sign, you can choose any contact that you want. Once you've chosen that contact, if that contact has more than one telephone number, maybe mobile, office number, whatever, then it will take you within that contact where you can choose which number you want as your favorite, right? You can choose to either call them mobile, to make a video call to them. You're basically telling the phone what should happen when you click on that name in your favorites. Right? Cancel and get out. No? We'll show them the favorite now. How it dials. No, no. Yeah. Okay. Now this is Shamal's favorite list. He can choose when he touches any one of these contacts, he'll automatically dial the number that he's chosen for the favorites. Now with regard to Android, let's start from the home screen. Yeah, when you go to your contacts app and the contacts app, you can choose any one contact that you want to add to your favorites. When you get into that, just like editing a contact, you can scroll to the person's name or you can search for the contact. Once you're in that contact card, there's a star button on the top next to the hamburger menu. You click on the star button and that contact becomes your favorite. All the favorites show up as big icons within the dialer of your phone.
My device is synced well. I stick to this.
Absolutely, everything can over the same thing, right? Yeah. Next. What to do, but people are yet they're still working. The next is how do you dial a call? I take it that we all know how to make a call by dialing the actual number, but let's go to trying to call through the call log and through a contact. For this, you click on Shamal, if you can start. You get onto the dialer, which is the green phone button that we've been on for a while. You can go to recents, which is basically your call log. And if you scroll down the recents, it's basically, and you'll find the number that you want to dial and click on that. That's how you dial from your recent calls or your call log. Okay. Other than that, if you go on to contacts, which is on the bottom dock, which is the third one, you can either scroll down and find the particular contact or search for the contact on top. You get into the contact card, any one contact card. Yeah. And you can click on the number that you want to dial. So if someone has 2-3 different telephone numbers, you click on that one and it goes through. If you want to make a FaceTime call, this option, the FaceTime option right here, will only show up if the person is an iPhone user. So if you see this FaceTime button, you can make a FaceTime video or audio call to that contact. This option will not show up on certain contact cards which users are not iPhone users or iPad users. We'll start from the home screen. Okay. Now the same feature for Android. We click on your contacts module. When you go to contacts, first you see your favorite contacts always right on top. Other than that, you have the recent option, which is the same as the iPhone. When you click on recent on the dock below, you will see all the various calls that you've received and made over the last few days. You can directly click on a particular call within the call log or within the recents option to dial, or you can go to contacts and either scroll down and find the particular contact or search for the contact on top. When you search for the contact or get into the contact card, you will get an option as to which number of that contact you want to dial. I think this feature most people would anyways know. So volunteers, when your tables are done, please let us know.
For which one?
Speaker, hold and mute.
Yeah.
You how to dial a call and then put somebody's call on speaker phone, or if you want to mute the call so they can't hear what you're saying, or you want to put a call on hold. So each one of them will dial into another call. Why don't you call Nihal and vice versa? So you'll see a live call on both screens. One will be for iPhone and one will be for Android. Okay. So as you can see, Nihal is dialing Shamal. Okay. Sorry, a little technical problem. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll just finish this calling, so then we'll keep this for later. Immediately after.
Only 5 minute break.
No problem. I said we'll finish calling and then. Okay. So for this next feature, so each one can look at the relevant screens. He's going to answer the call. Now, to put this call on speaker phone, you click on the speaker option, this one, and that puts the call on speaker phone. Now, if either one of them doesn't want the other to hear what they're saying in case they want to have a private conversation while on the call, they click on the mute button, which will mute the call that they're on. The next option is if you want to put somebody on hold. You see the the pause icon which says hold below it. You can click on hold.
Well, the only way you can go on hold is to say add. You can't go on hold.
Okay, sorry, the iPhone has stopped the hold option now, but on Android you can put a call on hold. You can't do it on iPhone. I thought it always had it. Click on that. Let's see what. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, there is no hold option anymore on iPhone. But we've got this. I think this is fairly simple. Yeah. Okay. The last feature within the calling mode is how do you turn on and off your ringer. This is like basically putting your phone on silent when you get into the golf view bar or the dining room here. So on an iPhone, it's fairly simple. There is a slider on the left of the phone, which you drop down and it goes on to silent, and you take it back up and you'll get back onto ringer. I'll just show you how you do it on an Android now. It's from the top menu only. Go to home. You don't have what in?
If I scroll down to the top, you won't be able to see it.
Just use his phone, yeah. Doesn't matter. Okay, just go to home screen then. Okay, just after this. Okay, just going to putting a phone on silent on an Android. You slide down from anywhere on the top of your screen and you will see the option of
Okay, so if you click any of the volume buttons on your phone, you should be able to like see this mixer at the bottom, which makes it big, and then you adjust the volume individually. So this middle thing that you see is your the volume of your notifications and like your phone calls and stuff like that. The one on the left is your media, and the one on the right is your alarms. You should be able to click the thing at the bottom. So if you increase the volume. Oh, sorry. Can you do that again? You click on these three buttons. It should open. There you go.
Okay, I think everyone is a little fatigued with all that we've learned so far. So let's take a 5-minute break. Everyone can go get their coffee and snacks, come back to the table, and then we'll complete the rest of the session. We're not going to go into training anyone on taking better pictures. We're just getting into how to take a picture or a video, and also look at how those photos and videos are stored, so we can delete things or edit things before our memory gets full. So let's start with an iPhone, I guess. We can go to the camera app. It looks just like a camera, the icon. When you open it, this is you just click on the white round button at the bottom to take a picture, right? No. I think you're trying to connect there. Sorry, just 1 second, please. Yeah. Within photographs, you have the option to take a video. So if you click on video, and the white button becomes red, because it indicates that it's a video being taken. When you click on it, the recording starts. When you click on it again, the recording ends. As simple as that. Other than that, there are various types of photographs you can take, like portrait or panoramic. Feel free to play around with each one of them. They just take different types of photos. Yeah, portrait is there from the iPhone 11 onwards, I think, or maybe 10. Yeah. Okay, Android TV, this TV restarted, so we'll just wait for 30 seconds. Okay. Another feature when you're taking a photo or a video is you can actually use your thumb and index finger to pinch to zoom in and zoom out of a particular picture. So when you start your camera, and I'll just show you what he's doing. Within the screen, if you pinch in, it zooms out. When you pinch out, it zooms in. Right? So that's how you can zoom to take a picture. They're recognizing faces. So when you take a portrait picture, that's how they recognize faces. Take the next step on iPhones. When you take a photo or a video on iPhone, it stores within, all that media stores within albums. So when you click on albums, you'll see that all your pictures show up. On the bottom, you'll see library, for you, albums, and search. Let's quickly look at library, and you'll see all the pictures and videos that you've taken right here. Okay. Yeah, so when you see all photos, you can also filter them to show you by days, by months, or by years, or just see all of them together. So when you click on years, it will group photos by year, so you can click on the particular year you want to go into, and then see the pictures only within that year, or within the month, or within the day. So I can show you one way of doing it. When you want to delete a picture, you can either go into a particular picture and click on delete. If you can just open any one image. Okay, so when you've opened an image, on the bottom right of the screen, I'm not seeing that here. The dock is not showing. Okay, the bottom right will have a trash can icon. When you click on that, it deletes it. The other way of doing it is you click on the select button on the top right, and then you can select one image at a time, or you click on any one and then slide your finger through more. So you need to click on the first one and then just slide your finger to the bottom right, and it'll start selecting everything much faster, but there isn't an option to select all. Yeah. Or you open a particular image and then you'll see the trash can. Okay, great. We've got an Android phone running. You click on the camera icon. Okay, just the same as the iPhone, there is a white round button which will help you take a picture. You click on it and a still photograph will be taken and stored in your media within albums. If you want to take a video, you click on the video button which is on the bottom dock. Now the white button turns to red. You click on it for the first time, it starts recording the video. You click on it again and it ends the video recording. The same video that you've recorded will be saved within your albums. There are again many options here. You'll see portrait pictures, slow motion videos, nightscape, panoramic, pro photos. Just play around, feel free to play around with all these options and you'll see what the differences between all these photographs are. When you want to go into seeing the photos that you've taken or the videos that you've taken, can we go on the home screen? You can go to the home screen and go to photos, right? Yeah. When you go, again, it's broken up by today, yesterday, particular dates, and then months and years. You can go to whichever photographs you want to see and videos you want to see and you'll find them there. If you want to delete a particular picture, you go into that photo. When it opens up, you see a trash can delete button on the bottom right. Yeah. Or you can select multiple pictures and also delete. What's that? Volunteers, let me know when the tables have learned this. I'm always scared to say that when the best table jumps up. Okay, if everyone's ready, we can move on. Okay. With this feature of taking photographs, one thing that we forgot to mention is that you can also take a picture using the front camera of your phone. There is a swap button which shifts from back camera to front camera, same in Android, same in iPhone. This is the swap camera, which this is how people take selfies by switching over to the front camera, right? Yeah, everything else works the same. You just swap camera. In iPhone, also it has the same swap icon. When you click on that, it moves from front to back camera. Okay, let's move over to the most fun topic for everyone, WhatsApp. I guess everyone's using that daily. We all know how to send messages on WhatsApp, but I'll just walk you through the process. And it's fairly similar in Android and iOS. So can we open WhatsApp on both screens? Yeah. Okay. When you go to chats, you can either search for the name of the person you want to send a message to, or you can go, if you've already been chatting with that person, you just open the chat with that person. And you can send, either you can type a message and send to them, or you can send them media by clicking on the clip icon. The media is, and on Android, there is a plus button instead of the clip icon. This helps you send media. Media includes photographs, videos, any kind of attachments. You can either choose a photo that's in your album. You can start the camera to take a live picture at that point and send. You can send someone your current location where you are. If you want to tell someone where you are, you can send someone a contact. So if I want to send Mahendra Bhai's number to someone, I can choose his contact. And the rest of it, we can avoid for the moment. Nihal, we'll just walk over what comes when we do the clip. Yeah. So instead of typing a message, we can always use the clip icon or the camera button on Android. The camera button is in case you want to take a live photo and send to someone. Your camera app starts within WhatsApp. Just cross it out. The other things you can do is click on the clip. You can send, again you can use a camera from within this, or go to the gallery and send a photo or a video that's already been taken. Or you can send your own location to someone if you want to tell a family member I'm here or a friend. You can send an audio message, which is you can record a voice note and send to someone. And you can send a contact to someone. If you want to share somebody's contact with a family member or a friend, you can send that. The next thing, within WhatsApp, we all want to sometimes forward messages that are within chats. We want to delete chats, and we want to exit some of these groups that we are forced onto. So let's learn all these three things together on Android and iOS because they're very similar. Now, forwarding messages, you can forward multiple messages together. For that, you click on the first message that you want to forward within a chat, and click and keep your finger pressed for 2 to 3 seconds. Can we just open a chat? Yeah. So when he clicked on live, he got the option to select more messages. So he selected all these 4 messages in this thing. And you see the forward button on the top right? You click on that. So you can either delete all these 4 messages or forward them. If you clicked on the trash can, you'd be able to delete it. If you clicked on the forward, you can forward all these messages at one shot. So you click on the forward button and choose the contact you want to send it to, and it'll go together. On iOS, it works. On iPhone, it works very similarly. You can either click on, So if he pressed on this this message and kept it pressed, then it gives you an option of forward or delete. Once you say forward, it has selected this message, and you can keep selecting as many as you want. Sorry? No, you can do more than 5 at a time. Like he selected more than 5 right now. Maybe. Oh, yeah. So you can send to 5 at a time, but you can choose more messages than 5. Once you've chosen the messages, you will get the forward button at the bottom. You click on that, and then you can choose who you want to send those messages to. You can forward all these messages to up to 5 people at a time. If you want to send to more, you will have to repeat this process. That's because the message has been forwarded too many times. Okay. Apart from forwarding, just cancel this. When you click, cancel it. You can click on a particular message and keep it clicked for 2-3 seconds. You also get an option to delete. Right? You see the red delete button with the trash can icon. When you click on delete, it's not going to delete the message immediately. So you click on it. It lets you select multiple messages at a time. And then eventually you click on the trash can button. It will again ask you to confirm before deleting. So when you click on this, it asks you whether you want to delete it or not. That's how you delete messages. Similarly, you can delete photographs. You can delete videos that are on your various WhatsApp chats by selecting multiple photographs which are forwards and you don't want to keep. Because the more photographs and videos you keep on your phone, the more your storage is going to be used up. So I advise on a regular basis, go into the groups where you get a lot of forwards, select messages and delete them. Especially videos which take up a lot of space and photographs that also take up quite a bit of space. That's fine. Regular text messages barely take any space on your phone.
At the same time, you can also show them this. They go to the media because once you scroll away for the first time. Find out about that iCloud. Yeah, you can just give me a call later on and I'll help you with that. Yeah, you can call me and your iCloud is good. The thing is when you exit, you can delete it, you have to first exit and they'll get a notification that you have exited. What you can do is mute it. So basically, like you'll be on the group, but you won't get notifications. Yeah, show me whichever. So and you can also archive a group, which means you won't even see the chat.
All done? Okay. So let's move on to deleting. If you have a chat with a particular person who's sending you a lot of videos, forwards, images, and you want to delete the entire chat, there's an easier way to do that. And that is when you get onto somebody's chat, you just slide from right to left on an iPhone and click on more. When you click on more, you're able to delete the chat, or you can even block that particular person if it's a marketing chat or someone you don't know. Similarly, on Android, when you're in your chats, you can just press any one chat and keep it pressed. Anyone? Yeah, okay. So how he selected this, you see a tick mark. You can select multiple chats and delete them all at once. There you go. You click on the trash can button and you can delete it all at once. Yeah. If you want to block someone, once you've selected it, you click on the hamburger menu, which is the 3 dots on the top right, and you get the option to block the person. Yeah. Yeah. Now with regard groups that you're on, Nihal, can we just click on a particular group? Yeah. I hope he doesn't exit this chat, but you can click on that. And then click on the hamburger menu again, and you can exit the group. Right? There's so many times we get added to groups that we don't know. It's just best to exit. Similarly, on the iPhone, you can right-click, click on more, and exit group right at the bottom. Remember one thing, you can't delete a group chat till you don't exit it. So if you want to delete a group, you have to first exit the group and then you can delete the group chat. We are going to wrap up today's session here because they need to round up the Golfview bar for the dinner session. I don't think we'll be able to complete the rest of the modules. But if you've liked what we've done today, we are happy to have another one to repeat this or to do the next few modules. And I want to thank Mahendra Bhai and the entire Senior Citizen Committee. Thank Shamal, because he's the one who actually put this idea into our brains, and Nihal, who's busy teaching everyone how to use an Android phone. And most of all, I want to thank the volunteers as well, and Anand Gavle and the entire team of Willingdon Club for making this happen. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you all liked what you all got to learn, so we can have a few more sessions.
Okay, thank you, Anand, Shamal, and Nehal, for a very informative session. And I do hope that all of us learnt everything, and most importantly, we'll remember what we learned. I think that's the key for all of us. A big thank you to FNB Anand, and also to the club, and to the Senior Citizens Committee. Most importantly, Mahendra Bhai, who has pursued it and pursued it and pursued it and got it going. So thank you. sorry, a very big thank you to all the volunteers, without whom we would not have been able to complete what we did.
Ira.
Thank you, Ira. What's your name? Sorry?
AVA.
Oh, Ava. Thank you, Ava. Name?
Nicole and I'm
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, I realized that. Thank you, Avantika. Thank you, Aman.
Abhiraj.
Thank you, Aviraj. Have all the young volunteers got their bars of chocolate? All right. Anand, here you go. Shamal and Nehal. Thank you. Yeah,
I've been instructed that we have to take a picture for the wheel tide because they